So hello and welcome back to Test Drive Thursday. Today we're taking a look at the Mack Anthem. Now I don't believe I've actually ever tried this mod before, so I'm super intrigued to see what it's like. So let's get straight into the customization. Now the truck is available from the Kenworth truck dealer, so just bear that in mind. We'll start off with the cabins as usual. So we've got 4 to choose from. We've got the 40-inch flat top sleeper. Just click that. Very cool. Then we got the 70-inch stand-up sleeper. That's actually a nice design. I love the way the sort of this line here follows the edge of the door. It's a very angular truck, this. And then we got the 40-inch flat top sleeper with the mid-roof. So if you're taking a box trailer, that'd be very useful. But if you don't want to pay the full price of having a stand-up sleeper, you can go for one of them. And then we've also got the full fat Mack Anthem, I guess. Chassis, we got quite a few to choose from actually. If you go for sort of some of these, you'll get the shorter chassis, I believe. Is that right? No, so you get different types of chassis for each one. So we got 6x2, 6x4s, 300 gallons or 220 gallons. So pretty standard range. Loads of different engines, all Mack engines, which is quite authentic. So we're starting off with a 325 horsepower Econodyne, not too sure how to say that. The MP7 here. Then we've got the Maxi Cruise, the Maxi Dyne. And then, yeah, quite interesting names. So the maximum you can get is 605 horsepower with 2,800 newton meters of torque. Then we've got the gearboxes. We've got some Mack ones in here as well. 12 speeds, 13 speeds, 14 speeds, 18. No 6 speeds, which is a bit disappointing for me because I really like those. They're really quick shifting, and usually these are a bit rubbish. But we'll have to give that a go. Onto the interior. The interior is actually done really well. I mean, if you have a look at the textures, look at the stitching on the seat, the Mack logo on the wood back there, it's just done really well. This is better than SDS quality, much better than the quality of their Volvo they released a few weeks back. But we got some sort of slight different trims, so you can either have the wood, which is on the back here, as well, or you can have the sort of metal brushed aluminium with that sort of design on there. And on the door you've then got it switched out, so you can have all sort of black headlining and everything, with that diamond stitching on the seats, or you can have it all around everywhere. So yeah, it's up to you which you want to go for, but I think this is my favourite. Paint, we have got some sort of pre-fitted ones here, which is always nice to see. And we've also got the custom metallic. Now we get onto the options. There are loads of options. Starting off down here, we've got a bull bar. Look at the detail on the bull bar. That is crazy. Someone's really spent some time on this. But you can change the sort of bumper sort of colour here. I actually do prefer the plastic one. Like the blacked out look, especially around the fog lights as well. Don't know if you could see that. Then we got different sort of warning sort of stickers around the front. Plastic lights, now that I really like them. Sort of blacked out lights, that is so cool. Put some chrome there if you want. What's this option? Yes, we like that. Let me black that out. And then we got the badge, which I don't know if I'd keep that chrome or not. Maybe I'd keep, no, plastic. Look at that. If you have like a dark colour, if we just go to custom colour and like black it all out, that is a cool, menacing look. Right, up here we've got a metal deflector with Anthem written on it, which I don't really like the font of that. Let me just reduce the brightness. Then we got the little Mack, the Bulldog here. You either have it sort of gold or like a chrome, or remove it if you want, but I don't know, something's missing there when you miss it off. And then got chrome sort of Mac on the side, which is pretty nice. There's so many different, I feel like I'm missing stuff here because they're all over the place. Then we got chrome around here. Those are the door mirrors. You can have those in different colours or remove them. What's this? Oh, so you got the side intakes. You sort of match them, or sort of, I don't know what you call them, vents. You can match them to the front if you want. Put chrome around them. There's a lot of chrome options, I can say that. You got chrome there, and then we move down here where you got some sort of extenders for the side skirts. You can move them if you want or have them on. Dual exhausts, which are always nice to see. I don't know if you can change the sort of tanks here because they seem a bit weird how they're painted in that sort of bronze colour. Can't really see the option for it, to be honest. What else have we got? Right, we've done those. Those are the side exhausts, and then we've got the mud flaps. Wow, that is cool. The black sort of metal. Oh, they're different. Flow below. Yeah, so they're pretty cool, like aerodynamic. Sort of mud flaps. Well, they're not really mud flaps, are they? But I really like that, and I like how it changes the colour of these as well. Yeah, some really nicely thought out options there. Just move up onto the top. I'm not sure what that is. In fact, what was that option? Oh, some chrome down there. I didn't even see that. Deflectors. Got the sun visor. Personally, I prefer that one. Horn adapters. Pretty interesting place for a horn, if you ask me, but I guess it works. We've then got lights on the top, beacons, and I think that's pretty much it for the outside. Onto the inside, we have got steering wheel. That doesn't seem to change anything. It's a bit weird. No sort of options that I can see around there. The mirrors, the deflectors, radio. That's a sun visor. That's stuff for the visor there. That's a mirror. That's the Mac on the front. Deflector. Yeah, I think that's pretty much it. So now I'm going to do a time lapse of me building this truck to my spec. Okay then, so here we are, all fully configured. Now the plastic parts look even darker outside, which is so cool, and this really dark metallic red paintwork really works well with it. But the truck is so angular, just look at the lights, the way they're shaped is so cool. The sort of door outline, I love the rivets along the sort of left of the door and on the top, they look really nice. All the black metal parts, it just looks really cool. And then on the interior, just look at this, the steering wheel, flat bottom steering wheel, the dials, again it's so angular in here. It's really, really cool. So if we just turn it on, the dashboard illuminates. I believe the dash is taken from a Kenny, so pretty familiar. It doesn't have a sort of digital speed readout, which is a bit of a shame. But yeah, let's get on the road and yeah, see how it drives. Now, yeah, the gearbox is really slow, which is annoying. So if you were going to do this, I'd probably recommend going for in manual if you can. I mean, look at this, it doesn't know what gear to be in, which sort of ruins the driving experience. Those dials look cool, but they don't seem to be working. The engine, I went for the top engine, I believe it was 605 horsepower. It doesn't sound the best, to be honest. I mean, if you put your foot down, if you get outside, it just doesn't sound that inspiring. It doesn't sound as good as it looks, if you see what I mean. In fact, I might just turn those lights off because the bloom's really high on them. But yeah, we're getting up to speed. I mean, we're doing just over 60 miles an hour. The speed limit's on here 70. Visibility isn't great, but the thing I like about it is you feel like you're inside a cockpit. The windows are come up quite high. The dashboard wraps around really nicely, and it is quite high, so that does ruin visibility a bit. I mean, I can't see the Bulldog from here, but even still, it feels really sort of cocooned in here, which I really like, especially with the black headlining. I mean, it handles pretty well. I mean, if we're sort of chucking it about here, there's hardly any body roll. I do find the steering wheel a bit weird, the way it's only got 2 spokes along the centre. But yeah, in general, it's a pretty good truck to drive. I mean, we got Anthem written over there, which is nice. The rev counter's a bit weird, the way the numbers are written, in tens rather than usually the single digits. Brakes are pretty effective. If we just fling this in here, I mean, it hides its speed really well. I mean, we went around that corner at 30 miles an hour, and it just handled it completely fine. I mean, if you zoom into the dials, they are quite low res, but from a distance they actually look alright, so I guess that's maybe an optimization little thing. I mean, it's revving quite high as well. That was up to 2,000 before it changed. Yes, I went with the 12 speed, and yeah, we're up to 75 already. The tone of the engine, whoa, the tone of the engine doesn't really change, which I find maybe a little bit annoying. I think that's what's got to be worked on this mod. The engine sounds are not the best. Retarder isn't that effective either. It's just the instant pulling away that I really don't like with these automatic gearboxes. I mean, you saw then, nothing really happened. It probably takes it the best part of a second to change, and you lose so much momentum in that time. But all in all, I really recommend you giving this a go. I've never seen this mod before, I don't believe, and it is generally really nice. It's almost like a, I don't know, Transformers truck. That's what it reminds me of. But yeah, it is really cool. There's nothing really like it that I've seen before. The way it looks and the way it feels on the inside, it's really rather cool. I'm guessing they're not as popular in America as like the Kenworths and Peterbilts, but definitely an interesting option. Right, where we parking this? Right down in the difficult spot. Turning circle isn't great because we've got the long chassis. See, the gearbox is having a meltdown. Hopefully, yep, that's alright. Parking brake on. And engine off. So yeah, recommend you giving this a go. Super cool truck, super different, which I always like. But if you enjoyed the video, please do give me a like, subscribe for more, and hopefully I'll see you again soon. Goodbye.